What's up, YouTube? This is Boston Chris back with a brand new video. I have some books that I picked up over the past, I would say, 2 weeks or so, um, in a shop called New England Comics. Anybody who's from this area knows that knows the New England Comics because they're all over the state. They have a bunch of different locations. So I took a trip to one that I had never been to before, which is the Brockton one, and was able to pick up some books down there. And they were having a sale, and I wanted to, check it out just because what they had posted online was some pretty, huge books at the time. And so I was like, oh, I want to get down there to check it out. So I ended up going down, and as I was communicating with the person who runs the store, they were like, well, some of those books are, some of those were promised to other people, regulars and this and that. And I was like, oh, that's kind of strange because it said nothing's held back, so I didn't know. But apparently they had made deals on them, or had people in mind for a couple of them. One of them being X-Men 101. I was like, oh, First Phoenix. I was like, that pretty much was it for me. I was like, I need to get down there and check out how much you want for this. And so I asked him, and he's like, nope, spoken for. I'm like, okay, well, that stinks. And then there was a couple other ones that they're like, nope. But then there was one that was like, oh, what about this one? He's like, oh yeah, no. He's like, that's good. Come on down and get it. I said, cool. So I went. And for me, no trip to a New England Comics is complete without going through some of the dollar bin stuff. So I want to go ahead and show you what I was able to get while I was down there, and just going through and checking out some back issues. So we'll start off with these here. These were just some regular price back issues, and stuff to help me out with one of the runs that I collect, which is Wolverine, trying to do issues number 1 to 100. So I was able to pick up issue number 60. Number 44, 43, 43, and issue number 76. These didn't come out of a dollar bin. I mean, the Wolverine issues, they don't, Wolverine usually doesn't. But that's not to say that it was another one that I went to that they did come out of. So I paid, just the price they were asking for those books. And they were about $4 a piece, and then they gave me discount on top of it just because I had been going to that chain since I was about 9 years old, so they just kind of helped me out with that discount. These I ended up getting for $1. So I picked up New Mutants. This is number 51, and then also was able to pick up number 58. So these I got from that shop for $1. This I picked up from there as well. What If number 72. So what if the Gamma Bomb spawned 1,000 Hulks? So I thought that was a pretty cool one. Love picking up What If issues. And then this one too is a really, really good find. Got Captain Marvel. This is number 59. So pretty cool there. Got Drax on the cover. It says Trouble on Titan, so they're fighting on Titan, which is cool. I don't think there's going to be a Thanos appearance at all, but it's just cool to have some Bronze Age goodness there. Let's see. Okay, so that's it for those, the back issues that came from that store. I didn't end up getting a ton of stuff from there, from there for back issues. But a couple of books that I got that were there that I was like, I definitely want to pick these up. See where I put it. Where I ended up picking up these here because I was like, oh, these are priced to go, so yeah, I'll take them. So I ended up picking up Invincible Iron Man 1, so the first cameo of is it Riri, I guess, the Ironheart, and then we have number 3, which is the first mention of the codename Ironheart, so it's pretty cool. Or I think there's a cameo of no, I'm sorry, I am completely off. So this is the first cover appearance of Ironheart. So cover appearance of Riri Williams as Ironheart. And those are both decent as far as price is concerned. And then one of the books that I was like, I have to get, this one I'll be talking about next because I went to a different shop for these. But this one when I was on the phone, or not on the phone, but when I was on my phone talking with him, was one of the books I was like, all right, I'm gonna pick this up just because this is what I came here for, so this is what I came to get. and I had one in the mail as well. So there's two of these, and if you watched on The Hunt, I actually showed the both of these. So this is one of the books off my top 10 list for my top list for 2021, and I was able to get Spawn #1 newsstand. So really, really cool. I'm really excited to have this in my collection finally. And then there was one that I said it was coming in the mail, so I ended up getting. I have two of them now, so definitely excited for that. The one, the one that came in the mail, I need to press out, just because there's a couple of they're not color breaking creases, but there's some let me see. I mean there are some spine ticks, but there's also like it's hard. All right, there you go. So light can kind of pick it up. That it's got a couple of creases that most likely can be pressed out. So I'll have to get those pressed out at some point. But yeah, that was cool to get that off my list. And so I had gone to another New England Comics about a week later. So this was, I guess, last weekend. I went was it Saturday? I think it was last Saturday. No, I'm sorry. It was last Friday because I was off from work last Friday. So I went and to a different New England Comics and pulled up and found a lot of stuff in the dollar bin. Not tons and tons of treasure. Not like I sat there and made out like a bandit, but I did find some stuff that you generally don't find in dollar bins. And this is why I say sometimes you find stuff in there, sometimes you don't. What I would give for advice on the New England Comics is that if there's one that you go to normally, it's good to kind of get out and check and see what some other ones have, because you never know. It's a pretty big chain, and there's a lot of different stuff, and different shops have different things, and I guess they move stuff from shop to shop too. So there's you can find some pretty good stuff if you just go ahead and venture out a little bit. But anyhow, let me just show you. Like, these are books I pulled out of the dollar bin, and as much as I would sit there and think that this is crazy, but they were in there and I was able to get them for $1. So I start out with Wolverine, and yeah, these were just sitting in the dollar bin at one of the other New England Comics that I go to. So this is number 94, so pretty cool. Let's see, grab these. I actually ended up picking up a second number 76 because I didn't catalog the other one, so I have two 76s now. Yay me. Let's see. Grab these. Picked up another one of these, which is X Factor number 23. So this is the first cameo of Archangel. So cool book. I think that's number 3 for me now. So every time I see them, I buy them, not because they're worth tons of money, but they're just good books to have. Got Thanos Rising. This is number 3. I'm slowly piecing this together. I think I have like number 2 and 3, so that's 2 and 3 out of there. Wolverine number 69. We also have 68. Picked up another one of these. I have this, and it was signed by Greg Hillenbrand at Terrificon a couple years ago. But picked up another Wolverine number 90. This is an awesome cover. Like, I have this poster in my room actually, which is funny. But great cover by Greg Hillenbrand. It's a painted cover, which is amazing. And then also picked up Wolverine number 92. So, like I said, some places have them, some places don't in dollar bins. This I ended up picking up, which I thought was really cool because I've never seen this in a shop before. But we have Sentry Spider-Man one-shot, so that's pretty cool. If you check out one of my older videos, I had picked up a lot of comics that had pretty much all the one-shots except for this one and what's it called? Sentry in the Void. So I gotta get the Sentry Void to have the first, I guess, full run plus the tie-ins with it. And then I also picked up for $1 Ghost Rider number 50. Nice die cut cover, so really cool one. So definitely cool books to have there. But I'm not done. I was able to pick up some more stuff in the dollar bin. One of these, this always cracks me up because oddly enough, I didn't have this cover of this particular book that everybody has. Like everybody has it in their collection, or most people should. And I will say this now: do not ever pay any more than, I would say, $2 when it comes to this book. My shop for a couple of years was giving this out as a free comic book day book, so that's how I got, I think, like 2 or 3 of the other ones I have. And then I had picked up a couple other ones when I was really younger, so I paid a little more for those. But X-Men #1, so this is that whole connecting cover. So this is not the newsstand, which I was like, oh, like that'd be cool. Like if you want to see something that's I guess ridiculous, is go ahead and look up what people are asking for newsstand copies of X-Men #1. It's overprinted. It's crazy. I think was it 8 million total copies of this book went out, just because of all the different covers. But the newsstands, people are able to make a little cash off of those. So that will be, I guess, the one secret, dollar bin thing that everybody should be looking for is X-Men #1 newsstands, just because people will pay for them. I don't know why, but they do. But anyway, as I say, if you get one that's in a non-newsstand, do not pay any more than $2 for it. That, I've heard what I consider horror stories of people paying anywhere from $5 to $10 for just a regular cover. It's just like that. That's crazy talk. You don't do that. Just because that book was so overprinted that literally it's in. I mean, it should be in dollar bins, and it's not, because people love the cover. But paying $5-10 for it, no way. Not even close. So anyway, moving on. I was also able to pick up this out of the dollar bin. So we got X-23 #1, Target X. Not sure if this is anything spectacular at all, but I just like this cover. Really cool Mike Choi cover, so definitely cool with that. Picked up the rest of this series here, which is really cool. So I picked up, actually from the same shop, the beginning of this series. So now I have 1602 #6, #7. Pretty cool cover there with Doctor Strange, and the finale, which is #8. So really cool. Definitely a cool read, because it's like colonial times Marvel. So really cool stuff there. I also picked up this He-Man Masters of the Universe #1 DC. I had seen this before, but I was just like, never. I mean, when it first came out, I never thought to pick it up. So I was like, you know what, I'll pick it up. So here we go. Oh yeah. So these two make me actually really happy that I found in the dollar bin. Not to say that every time you go in a dollar bin you're gonna find all these things. I know there's plenty of stories where people found great books. I had a couple of them as well. I mean, I can tell you right now, I pulled a G.I. Joe #1 out of a dollar bin. I pulled a G.I. Joe #155 out of a dollar bin. I've pulled a Hulk 340 out of a dollar bin. I've pulled what else? I mean, I've pulled a ton of good stuff out of dollar bins. It doesn't happen all the time, but then mostly it's stuff that you don't expect to see that is in there that's really cool. So I pulled this, which is an awesome book. You got Classic X-Men. This is #3? The Art Adams anniversary cover. So really cool. So I can add that to my 25th anniversary covers. And then this one, I double checked it, because this is a book that people should know about. It's not anything that's super valuable or anything, but it's just cool to say. Like, it's kind of like an urban legend type book. So this one, pull out the dollar bin, Wolverine #131. And if you see these, definitely go ahead and check and see inside there. Or if you've never seen this, there's stuff online about it. This is an error book. So this one, there's a printing error where there's a very derogatory slur that's placed in there. It was a printing error, and they printed it, and it came out, and it was just like, whoa. So I'm not going to show it, because I'm not going to show you that. It's not a, it's a very derogatory thing. You don't put that out there for people to see. But if you see this book and check it out, or if you want to check it out online, go ahead and look it up, and you'll find out what I'm talking about. So that was just sitting in the dollar bin. Pretty cool to pick up an error comic in the dollar bin. That's all I'm going to say. Next, we have a book that I pulled out of their $3 bin, which is pretty cool. And I've seen this a lot of places. I don't know if this is getting any heat, just because it's a reprint of Hulk 181. I think it's 180 and 181, but I've seen this everywhere, and I know that this was like, maybe like a $10 book a while ago, but for $3, can't go wrong. And to be honest with you, I mean, with all the facsimiles and everything out there, this is kind of cool because I think this is the first actual reprint of it, which is pretty sick. Next, we have a couple of more books that I was able to pull off of my 2021 list. So, we have X-Men 102, and these were like cheap. Like, I went in there to see, I remember the last time they had another book that I wanted that was kind of expensive. But the last time I had been there was like, to that particular store was, I think, just before Christmas. It was the end of November. And I just, went in, and I didn't have the money because I had bought the Ms. Marvel #1 along with the Steranko Hulk cover for the Hulk annual #1. So I bought those two together, and then I figured there's something else I bought in there too with that. Forget what it was, but that Spider-Man, the Carnage Spider-Man. I think it's like 410. I think it was, but they had that book, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna go and see if it's still there, and of course it wasn't. But this is the has a pretty strong spine roll, which I may have to go ahead and see if I can get. Like, I'm not sure. I have to go ahead and talk to the people who do pressing to see that can be pressed flat, so that it's just regular. The spine can be fixed, but you got that. And then we have issue number 103. So this one is in I would say probably like a 5.0 or so, but it's in good shape, and looks really nice, so definitely excited for that. And then I picked up an upgrade to a book that I had previously. It's in really rough shape, but it's still decent enough. But I picked this up, so I got upgrade to my X-Men 104. This is the first the first appearance of Corsair, and I think people consider it the first, I guess, cameo of the Starjammers, something like that. Not the full Starjammers, which is 107, but this is in good shape. I would say this is probably about a 5. The one I have is probably like a 3 or 3.5 at best. So definitely excited for that. I know that I had my where is it? Don't mind me. I was putting some stuff in Mylar, so I put my my GI Joes in Mylar, which is cool because I wanted to get those ready to be able to make a video and show those books all Mylar up and nice and pretty at some point. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and get that together. It's gonna take a little bit of time though, just because I'm gonna have to do a little bit of editing, and I'm not an editor, so. But anyway, here's my list, my list of greatness. Hopefully that I can achieve this this next year coming up. We'll see, but I'm going to go ahead and cross off the books that I actually have or that I picked up with this haul. So, Spawn #1 newsstand, X-Men 102, and X-Men 103. So, we're off. About, almost 2 months gone in the year, but I've managed to pick up 3 of these books so far. So we're off. We're running, and we'll see what happens with the rest of the year. So I have a pretty ambitious list, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it all, but that's been my haul. That's the stuff I've been picking up. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I will be back hopefully with some more stuff because I do have a couple of things on their way. Unfortunately, with sometimes with the mail delivery, depending on where it's coming from. And then especially with the weather now, because the weather is really affecting the shipping of some of this stuff, along with just the postal service in general being kind of overwhelmed with everything, people mail ordering and stuff like that. Some things take a little longer to get there than you would expect. So with that being the case, I will have some other stuff to show. It's just going to take a little bit more time to get there. Hopefully I'll be able to get to a shop. I don't know if I'm going to end up going this week just because with work and everything else, it's kind of busy, but I'm going to do my best, and then hopefully have some really good stuff to show you. So I'm hoping that I'll have some fun things to show you soon. But up until now, that's been it. So I want to thank you all for watching. Again, this has been Boston Chris. As always, happy collecting. I'm out. Everybody have a good weekend, and I will see all you guys in your videos, and hopefully you get to see some really cool stuff that you're sharing. Everybody have a good one.